G's, I'm in the cut, all my homies. In the cut. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies. No love. She wanna come to my homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me. Man's them moving too shaky, acting sus for no reason. Still do the dash like Stacy with a city girl. It's that season.
I'm back, bitches, dog. Yeah, I'm back.
Fuck. David's back, everybody.
I'm here with my co-host Christian, of course.
You know what? I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna just sit out. David's here, everybody. Woo!
Also, computer guy in the building again.
God damn, I'm about to leave. Y'all don't even need me now.
They became too hyped.
Out last week, a little under the weather. I had COVID. I ain't gonna lie to myself. I had COVID. It's a real thing out here,
You and the millions of people.
Exactly, dog. Episode today is gonna be a little touchy feely, pass and go, stuff like that. Christian will get more into it. I'm just want to let y'all know I'm back. I'm feeling good. Want to tell everybody be safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask,
Wash your balls.
Wash your balls, please. Just brush your teeth, everything. But yeah, Christian gonna take it away.
We got to do one of those today.
So we want to talk about. I want to talk about more than one topic, but particularly just a burnout. I want to dabble a little into depression and suicide. Yeah. So in terms of burnout, I just want to say, have you ever felt like sense of failure, self-doubt, feeling helplessness, trapped, defeated, detachment, feeling alone in the world, loss of motivation, increasingly cynical and negative outlook, decreased satisfaction, and sense of accomplishments? Those are all side effects of burnout.
Yeah, of course. I feel like that. We're 30 years. I'm 30 years old now. Of course, I've been through stuff like that.
But that goes for anybody who's listening to that.
Oh, of course,
if you're feeling any of those symptoms, just know that is a sign of being burnout.
Then there's other signs of actually being a burnout, smoking weed. Every day, taking dabs right before work. I do not recommend. I do not recommend doing that.
That's a good burnout.
No, on a serious note, no. Of course, those kind of signs are very severe and very serious in certain states and certain areas, especially in your mind, because I think your mind is the greatest gateway and the greatest prison we have.
Your temple. Exactly,
because if you're not feeding your mind positive thoughts and just anything, even eating healthy, working out, it all stems back to being a product of your association, being a product of your environment. When
you were sick, how did you feel being stuck in four walls?
Oh, I love quarantine.
Okay. Obviously.
I love quarantine.
Everybody takes it differently. But the fact that you weren't making money.
Oh yeah, see, that's the only thing that hurt me, though. Not making money.
That led to making you feel what? Anxiety. It makes you feel some type of way because I'm not making money, but I'm sick in my bed.
True.
Leading to side effects. It leads to anything. You could bypass it however way you want, but you felt it some way, even to some extent.
Of course, I felt it. The sad part about eating, I couldn't eat. I didn't have an appetite, which sucked the most.
That sucks.
Of being sick, I had no appetite, and when I tried to eat, it was like, nah, this ain't working, But the best part, I did not lose my taste or my smell. The second time I caught it, I have not lost my taste or my smell. Yeah. So yeah, I still get the fucking food though. But nah,
I see people's remedies online where they like heat up the fucking oranges and shit.
Oh yeah, they burn the orange, they peel it.
That's crazy. What you guys? How about?
Have you felt it?
Have you
had any experiences with feeling burnout?
Yeah, in the past before. Somewhat recently. There's been days that I just wake up, I'm like, the hell am I doing? They just wake. That's the first question that pops in my head. House is empty. It's just me. The phone goes off a few times. I'm just like, what the hell am I doing? I just go about my business. I do the same thing. I do it. Just turn on the computer, just browse on through the internet, just play games, go on YouTube. I still feel the same way. I don't try to figure out something to do, something else different. That's why whenever somebody tells me to go out, I'm like, all right, I'll go. Get my mind out of there.
What's going on?
Huh? Oh, my bad. It's done now. Yeah. I didn't hear nothing. I was off. I was like, a little bit on there. You're right.
Yeah. I make magic spells with our fingers.
Stage crew Lou in the building. He's getting us right. Yeah, getting us right.
We got production Lou. I forgot.
Sorry about that.
See, depression me go a little more later in the episode, but like just the burnout, you know, going back to Michael's after the reopening, that burnout stage of just nonstop working, where we just did a 3-week training, you know.
I mean, let's take it like this. Going into what you're saying right now. How did you feel when you was doing all those doubles and stuff? How were your body feeling?
Oh, my body was done, boy.
What was aching you?
You know, I got a sciatic pain in my lower back. You know,
Okay, and what that led you feeling like?
I just felt like, man, is this really worth it? Like coming to work.
And what does that lead into? Not feeling this if work is worth it. Being that you're there to make money, but you don't want to be there. How that makes you feel?
It makes me feel that I'm feeling I did something wrong between the ages of 18 and 30. Makes me feel like, where did I make a wrong turn here? Why am I not financially independent? Why I have to work for someone to get paid in pain and stuff like that? I was seriously in pain.
Where does that branch out to, leading you feeling?
Oh, man, you feel depressed, man.
Just a rabbit hole.
You feel depressed.
You just ask yourself one question. It's a rabbit hole. You just keep going down.
Exactly.
You just keep
It
falling.
all connects one way or another.
But then your mind tells you, it's like, bills ain't going to pay
But if I was to
themselves.
tell you right now, you could keep breaking your back doing your 9 to 5 or 9 to 10, however many hours you do in that day, or you could you can make it worth your while doing the thing that you like doing, and you're making enough money to supplement your life and live your life however you want to. Then you're like, you know what, fuck that. I'll break my back because I could cover my back. I could reassure my health a lot better, and I could feel more better inside. It's a different feeling.
Of course, different feeling, and that feeling is what we're aiming for now. Starting the podcast, you know, venturing off on other opportunities, you know, trying to get financially independent. Cause how much, like they always ask you the question, you know, how much money does it take to you to be free? Like, what is your number? You know, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. Like, what is your true number so you could be free? Because I think that's what we really work for. We working to pay for our freedom. And if you don't become a millionaire or a billionaire, you know, you're not ever going to be free. And I'm not saying free in only in a financial state. You know, some people are free mentally already. You know, they just don't give a fuck. They're like, man, fuck that job. I come to work when I want to. If I'm late, I'm late. Like, they just done. They're already free. But financially, they're not, because they still have to go get another job eventually, because no one gonna pay their bills for them unless they go live in the woods somewhere.
That's not a bad idea.
So before we leave Burnout and go into the other subjects we were talking about earlier, what do you guys do to recover from all that? Like, what's your recovery states from, like, when you're feeling so fucking, like, fucked up from work or something, or whatever it is that you feel? What do you do?
Honestly, I just go through the day. Like I said, like if somebody invites me to go out, I'll go out with them, you know, just take my mind off of things, see the city I'm in, because this is one of the most visited cities, you know, it's freaking Miami. How many random people do you see from around the world here? No matter whether we got a pandemic or not, nobody cares. They still come down here.
Many cultures, it's a sight full.
Yeah, you know.
Regardless if you lived here your entire life or you just got here today from the airport.
Yeah, this isn't a small town. This is, you know, you go around the block, you see one culture, you go around the other one, somebody else, completely different. So I just take in the time, appreciate the city, you know. Sometimes I hate it, you know, when I'm sitting in traffic, dude forgot to turn on his turn signal. I'm like, fuck this guy.
The worst.
The worst. I got to hit the brakes, and somebody's going to hit me from behind. I'm like, whatever. And, you know, I see the rest of the city. I'm like, it's not that bad. It's all right.
It's just the people in it.
Yeah, some of the people. Not everybody.
Don't forget, 30% out of 100 don't have licenses, and they're driving cars.
I forgot that. If you're ever in Miami, you don't need a license. You don't hear that from me.
They're handing it out like sanitizer these days, all right?
You know, I got 2 different type of licenses. Everybody got none, whatever.
DMV, the new Oprah. You get a license. You get a license. You get a license. You know. That's what it is out here.
There's another license. Oh my god!
Oh, you hit that car. Don't worry about it. You passed the test. Don't worry about that. But
DMV is just a line waiting simulator. That's it.
that's all it is.
They call your name. $20. Here's your license. Goodbye.
Get your license. Get your shit. Get out.
I didn't pass the test. Don't worry. Nobody does.
But let's see. When it comes to like trying to get away from the day after a long week, month, shit. Used to be drinking, but you know, not drinking this. I'm not drinking
Cold
as
turkey,
of yet
Cold
this year,
turkey.
you know. Which really sucks because I did really want to drink when I was at home, but I couldn't drink.
Cold
and I couldn't drink anyway because I was sick, so it didn't work anyway. You know, but I still do smoke, you know, so smoking helps a lot, you know, because it calms you down, you know. After a long day, go outside, smoke a joint, you know. We're not talking about cigarettes. I'm talking about weed. You know, but some people actually do decompress with cigarettes. Like, it helps them. Nicotine, yeah.
Cigarettes, they pretty much just get you lightheaded.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you smoke enough of it.
You smoke hookah then.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's just different levels of tobacco. You know what I'm saying? The amount of tobacco you put in the hookah doesn't measure up to a cigarette or a cigar.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or a black and mild, same thing. I mean, how many puffs from a cigarette can you get to a black and mild? Maybe like 3 cigarettes, maybe.
Probably. I just never got people that actually smoke black and milds.
I'm guesstimating here.
I know.
I'm guesstimating here.
I never really touched a cigarette, but every time I do black and mild, I mean, it hits me pretty quick. So I'm like, all right.
I'm just guesstimating. Not saying I'm part of the group either. I'm estimating around the size of what it is, you're smoking. And I imagine a cigar that's this round.
That's just great.
Come on. You know what I'm
Cigars
saying?
are great.
Yeah, but then you don't know, man. But then those kind of things get addictive, because now you're trying to decompress from. Okay, if I smoke before work, I'll be in my zone, But then it's like, okay, now I'm smoking every day, and then it gets to the point now I need to smoke twice as much because now that first high ain't getting me there. Now I got to smoke twice
Now
as
you're
much.
also depending on it.
Exactly, and then you got the vapes. You got edibles.
Let's just say you're working a double. You're about to run some plates or do what the hell, whatever it is you're doing that day at work. You're like, you know what? What happens? I see people smoke all the time. Take one hump, boom. I can see why they do it. Now you're not used to. You never done it, and you still accomplish your day. Now in your head, I need that cigarette.
Yeah.
I need that cigarette. Before you didn't need it. Now you need it. Is it because you truly need it, or is it because you just need it in a sense of like a habit?
It's a habit. It's the dopamine. Your brain's telling you need it, and you don't really need it.
Some people can't break out of that though. They need to find something else out of their routine. Like let's say you start smoking, you can't just depend on smoking being your relaxing point. You have to find something else.
Of course, and that's what comes drinking. You start drinking.
So when it comes to me not getting like out of the slumps, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense. Back in the days compared to now, I used to like going to large bodies of water, whether it's the pool or the beach, lifting weights, and music. Music's always been there.
Music always been there. Yeah.
Music's always been there. It hasn't abandoned me yet. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Certain animes too. Like depending which anime it is, I'll look forward to the anime. And whatever work situation and stuff, and I'll look for it as an outlet to a certain degree. If it'll get me out there, I know how to get out of it real fast. Not many people knows how to do that stuff, and I have my outlets. The gym hasn't been there for me lately, nor has been like the water and stuff. Like, but I mean, I still have anime and stuff, to a certain degree. Am I looking forward to going back to the gym? Yeah. The beach and stuff, I'm not too sure with this COVID crap though. I don't know. I can't share a bathtub with somebody. Now you expect me to share a bathtub with people?
The world.
No, you got a turd floating into my face right now. What the hell? COVID infested turds?
Yeah, well.
No, dude.
See, but your ways of coping are like less harmful because you're not really doing anything bad. You got
Yeah,
the gym.
no, but I found those are my like outlets.
You got bodies of water. What you gonna do? Swim. That's good for you too.
That's
you got
pretty much
anime. There's nothing. You're not harming anybody there. Not even yourself.
Exactly. That's how I cope with it. I mean, not lately, of course, like I said, but hopefully maybe soon.
Not for you though. But see, I think about me in the gym was never a coping or like a stress release. It was never that for me. I just like to look good. That's why I went to the gym, dog.
I feel you on that too, though.
Good,
I mean, I do feel you on that, but I mean, if I could kill 2 birds with one stone,
of
why
course,
not,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
You PR in that day, boy, you gonna look at them weights, look crazy, Take 2 dry scoops of fucking like some pre-workout, look like a maniac, bro. Look like an escaped convict from fucking
I feel you on that though, but like I just wanted to get that out there because I always told myself, people were like, oh, it's stressful. It was never a stress release for me. I just love going to that. It were females in there. That was my stress release. It were females in there.
No, they gotta get away from me.
big booty hoe.
You walking in, you like, damn, like leggings. They wear a little bra strap thing up.
I hate that.
I be loving it, man.
They walk in front of me. That's a huge distraction. I lost count of what I was doing.
1,
2,
50. Fuck.
When she come
600.
When she come on, oh, can I get next? Yeah. You put it on the heaviest one. Do like I get them 3 reps in there. Ooh, yeah. All you know. That was my thing, man. But I don't know. Like quarantine was like I know for a lot of people, quarantine was depressing. In 2020 when we first went to it, the second week of March, because my birthday was that weekend. I went out and party, and then they closed down. Yeah, I was lucky, boy. They closed out the week after. I was like, wow, that was meant to be. But I know people were depressed. People were hitting me up. Oh, I miss going out. I miss drinking. I miss seeing people. I was at home like,
Yeah, they couldn't scratch their itch.
Like, I don't miss none of that because I was in quarantine way before COVID hit.
Look, I definitely didn't miss any of that because around that time, Call of Duty, the Battle Royale came out. I was like, everybody and their mom was playing that thing when it came out, bro. People who don't have a console bought a console to play it.
So I was like, but I get people, some people, they need that. They need to go out there and be the life of the party. Need to go out there and drink. Need to go out there and do coke and Molly and ecstasy and Xanax, Percocet, methamphetamine, whatever they need to do to get themselves through the day. I don't judge nobody. See, right there. I don't judge nobody because I don't know. You don't know what people going through.
Yeah, you don't.
And if that's what they need to get through the day, as long as they ain't hurt nobody, go have fun.
Yeah, just don't blow up a building.
Exactly.
I mean, that's always been the thing. Just as long as you're not harming yourself or anybody, go have fun. Fuck it.
Get a Uber home, bro.
That's
I'm serious.
thing.
You have an app. You have 2 apps in your phone, bro. And they'll be going on the fucking scooter, bro. I'm gonna see your drunk ass on the fucking scooter going home, bro.
Busting their ass.
She has on TikTok.
You gonna make it a world star, bro.
Surely it is, man. But that's how crazy stuff truly is, man. Because you see people, you see substance abuse at jobs. You see it. You see people that come to work hungover. The damn alcohol is coming through their pores and all. You can smell it on them, and they be like,
you can see the dehydratedness.
Exactly, and we. I ain't gonna put them on business like this, so I ain't gonna say we, I'm not that kind of guy, but, we seen it. I've worked in restaurants many years, and that's the main cause of everything is restaurants. I'm sorry, man. That constant minute by minute, second by second, hour by hour, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need, and you can't really stop, and a lot of people can't handle that pace, so they have to cope with something, so you go on your break, oh, man, I gotta throw a few back, Or after work, man, I'm gonna go out there and get plastered. Come to work the next day and be like, damn, depressed. Like,
it's because you're on a hamster wheel and you don't know how to get out of it. Mm-hmm. You're on this hamster wheel and it's going. And you're exhausted, but you're going. You're still going. You don't know how to get off it.
That's facts.
It's the truth though. Like they just don't know how to get off it. And so I mean that's a little bit of what burnout, a little different topics here and there. But I guess, we also have depression. Mm-hmm. Depression is another, deep topic.
The deepest root of... Yeah. Oh, well, we all millennials, I keep saying. What was the thing after us?
Oh, apparently we're elder millennials.
Elder millennials? What?
And then that's apparently our title.
Guess it's 2022, elder millennials.
Elder millennials.
What? What's the thing after us? Gen what?
Gen Z?
Gen
Zoomers?
Are they
the Zoomers?
I don't know, bro.
It's Gen something.
Yeah, they have a new name every day.
It's one of the alphabet out there, that, depression is literally one of their number one killers. And you see it because we didn't have the social media at the level it's at today.
Oh, no.
We
had MySpace.
We had MySpace, but that was MySpace. And how we had MySpace in high school, Tom came to the boys.
That was little chats. You got AOL group chats.
AOL group chats, we had stuff like that. But we didn't have social media on the level where you do something and you can post and then be around the world in less than a couple seconds.
Nah, dude. If a head coach sneezes right now, you'll know it. You'll know it.
It'll
make your headline somewhere.
Right there, boom. Oh, I gotta go, guys.
Dude, you'll know.
So it started. It didn't start with it, but one of the main things was Facebook Live killings or suicides. When everyone's killing themselves on Facebook Live.
Cyberbullying.
And I would never judge people because I really think you just kind of soft. But I would never judge people on that fact because I don't know what you personally going through in your life. Like you might be getting bullied at home by your parents, your siblings, and at school, and now online. Where you think, online was the escape back in the day. I go online, I could just put my headphones on and escape. But now it's like, oh my God, he blowing my DMs up. He thought he gonna kill me, stop me in the locker, drown me in the pool. Like it's a lot. And some people, their minds ain't ready to handle that, so they gone.
But here's the thing, I don't want to be insensitive or anything, but when it comes to that, I've never understood why somebody didn't just block the person or just turn that thing off. Like it's cyberbullying that you can get away. It's bullying you can get away from. It's not like the guy standing in front of you,
can put an end to.
Punching you, telling you he's going to take your lunch money in elementary.
Facts.
This is on your phone. Like, what's so hard about just turning off, blocking? I don't understand that.
Some people are just like that, man. They just don't know how to cope with things.
It's like the second somebody says, "Oh, this and this, your family or your mom or you, or whatever," and then just block, turn off. I never understood why it was so hard for somebody to do that.
Hey, I mean, we understand it, but some people don't.
I get
This
it.
generation behind us are like really, they're above level sensitive.
Facts.
They can't take barbershop talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They can't take that. I could call you a bitch and we'll be laughing about it.
Yeah.
Because we've developed this relationship with each other where we know, where our limits are to the point where we respect each other.
Facts.
But they don't understand, like, okay, there's a respectful way to say things and there's a respectful way to say things. You know which level's which because you're going to be in your face if you say it wrong.
Yeah, was it the Cat Williams different levels of bitch?
But I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit about them, but they're really sensitive. Man.
Of course,
they
man.
can't take nowadays. If you say something that's even respectfully, they'll take it wrong.
Yeah.
That's why I hate asking for things sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm just gonna look at her on my phone and just figure this out. Whatever. I'm gonna get lost in this store.
Bro, depression is fucking crazy, dude. Like I'm very light into it. Like I go up and down into it depending what is it I'm on about. Like it could be like when I was doing streaming, I have all these content things I want to express myself and do, but I have no audience to see it. So why am I gonna do it for? To hope that it goes viral?
Yeah.
It may or may not.
True.
And then I could come up with the content and do it, but I'm over here on air, on live, not pre-recorded stuff, and I could do it and do things that make it fun, interactive with people, and then no one's there to like see it, and then that bashes your head like, damn, like what the hell why did I work so hard for this? Why did I do that? And then that's that was an example of many levels of it, or like whatever videos I'll come up with and stuff is not ever going to be good enough, and then I see other people's video and I value it my own self, obviously not in social media, in my own head. And I'll compare it to like mine's, and I'll be like, wait, I did this way better, I did that way better. Even just the angle I was going at the video was way better. And this guy got 40,000 people looking at him. And he don't even have a pair of double D titties in his chest.
That is true. But goes back to the last
Not a
week,
pro gamer.
goes back to last week podcast when Homo was on it. Y'all talking about. I saw it today. That shit was really good. Like why when he was like, yo. His video music might be trash, but he's there every single day. He's dropping a track every single day. He's with contact every single day. And one day someone gonna be like, hey, he's kind of funny. And that's gonna gain that traction. Like,
well, yeah, but that's a different level of content though he's doing. Though. Like content and music, like that's a different type of content which I go to and stuff. And that was just me giving an example, obviously through streaming and stuff. But like there's different like what else have I gone to? Just family matters and stuff, and like my isolation from them and stuff.
That's a good show, by the way. But
yeah, but I mean, my times with my family, I think about it daily and stuff. My relationship with them and stuff. It's terrible. It is terrible. It's not great at all. But I mean, like they put me in tough spots where it makes me like think about like whenever I'm away from them, I think about it, and then when they hit me up, I'm just like fuck them. I just want to change my name and move from a state. Get away from them.
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But then my heart tells me, my mom, my dad, I care about their health and their well-beings and stuff, But like, they drive me away.
Family does do that. Trust me.
Yeah. They drive me the hell away from them. They're crazy, dude. But how do you guys like? What do you guys have? You guys have any stories from depression? Anything you guys have gone through and stuff?
It was mainly during my time of enlistment. It was like right after high school. I mean, everybody was going to college. I wanted to do something different. I went straight to Marines. And I didn't know how often I'd be far from my family, how much I'd miss them, because just growing up, it was like, oh, they're there, whatever, you take shit for granted. Like we always do that. And then, one day I'm on base, I'm like, fuck, they're not here. I'm stuck with these random people that I like and I care about, and I watch over them, and they watch over me, but
like a reset.
It's not the same thing.
Reasons like sometimes in episodes you say I fuck with you guys. I will like help you guys out to the max.
But I don't like family. You sometimes.
But sometimes I don't like you.
I was listening.
Remember that?
Yeah. It's the same feeling with whatever enlistment is, Army, Navy, Marines, Space Force, whatever the fuck that is. I'm gonna make fun of you if you see you in that uniform. I might hate you if I see you in that uniform. I don't care. It's the same thing. These are people you're willing to go to fight, to fight for, stand up for, and stuff. But sometimes, like, it's not the same as your brother, your sister next to you, or your the rest of your blood relatives, or people that you call family.
Facts.
Not the same. And then it's like I wanted to see my brother, my sister, my mom. It's like I can't do that. I forgot how far it was over bounds, but I couldn't, I wasn't allowed to drive over to them, or I would have to fly, and things are expensive over there. And as much as they say military pay isn't that great. Don't listen to your recruiters.
Everybody has their own different experiences.
Hey, man. No, it's true though. Everybody has their own experience.
Everybody has their own experiences.
Okay. Some people will be okay where they are, other people aren't.
It could be worse in the city or wherever they're from, or the fields, the farms, whatever you want. Wherever you live and stuff, it could be worse than where they're at, going over there and stuff.
Yeah, but the worst one that hit me was like when my mom needed help and I couldn't do anything. I'm like, fuck, dude, like what's going on here? And then that's when it hit me the most. I just had to break it down. Just had to talk to somebody on that one. So, that was my worst one. Other than that, the day-to-day stuff is just, get over it, watch something, distract myself, get up from it. It was like, shrug it off. You could be worse. You have a roof over your head. You got food in the fridge. What are you going to cry about? Could be a little bitch. Less than that. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, quit being a little bitch. You could be worse.
It's true, man. A lot of people, like, same thing on the podcast I talked about last week. It was like, you have to be like, oh, I'm grateful I have a job. You have to be on that mindset of, damn, so he don't have a job, or he doesn't have a job I have. He ain't getting paid like I'm getting paid. So why am I complaining? But I'm going to do something totally different than he's going through. At a different level. Like my depression, it was for Michael's. The first time I was working there, it was like, I noticed I was drinking every day. And it was like, it wasn't like, says go out and party. No, I would literally go home, get a bottle of floor, turn on MLB.
$30?
No. 21.
Okay, I got you.
My dog El Gato, he knew who I was, boy. Oh yeah, El Gato. That boy knew me, man. He like, oh yeah, boy. Gave him a little plastic cups. I ain't need them shits, boy. He gave it to me though. So I noticed, I was like, damn. And it was the same cycle over and over. I was drinking a bottle a day, legitly, by myself. Like, I was getting on the beanbag, turn on MLB, get some ice, put the cooler next to me, bottle right there, pouring.
Looking like Jack Sparrow.
I'm telling you, dog, just pouring.
Jack Sparrow.
Pouring. And then it got to the point where I'll finish the bottle. I'm like, damn, I gotta go get another bottle. So I was going down and buy 2 now. So I just keep bottle in the freezer. And as soon as I finish this bottle, go get another bottle.
That shit ain't gonna freeze either.
Exactly, it doesn't freeze either. And then now it's cold, and I can put ice on. Oh my God, it was the best.
That was experimenting over there.
It was, man. It was bad. That shit was bad. And I noticed that. I was like, damn, why? Then I caught myself one day because I think I broke a bottle because I was going up the stairs, and it just slipped. It was like one of them. Oh, wow.
It happened.
Like, wow. Like, that's $21. And I went back and bought another one. I went back and bought another one. And then it was like, that was for like a year. No, I was not even a year. That was like 2 years straight. I was doing that, like 2 years straight. I know I started getting more and more awake, so I stopped going to the gym. So I would just sit on the beanbag every day like this, and I go to work and tell them every day, oh yeah, MLB, boy, all day, boy, I was mutting that shit, boy. And I was watching this show called Longmire, like, bro, it was like just it was a continuous cycle, but it was just Michael's, because my schedule never changed, because I had a permanent schedule, so I knew what I had to do to get through the day. I know how to come here, bullshit. Stracciatella, oh my God, whatever, shrimp toast, Christmas dog, you my nigga dog, but I couldn't wait until 4 o'clock, though. I couldn't wait. And then I used to go in the shower, like in the shower, I had a holster, it was beers in the shower, I had beers in the shower, dude, it was bad, though, it was bad. Because I'll be like, I come home from work and I'll be literally like, I'm gonna take a shower. I get over the refrigerator, grab a beer. I'll be either taking a shit or taking a piss with a beer in my hand. I was just drinking. And then I was like, damn, I wanted a beer. So I just put a holster in there, had a beer. So I had 2 beers in the shower with me. And I always take a shot when I came home. I took a shot, 2 beers in the shower, boom. Got the shower, and I was already like, oh boy, we good. Because I felt my mind was telling me, boy, you play MLB way better when you drunk. Which I was, but I was slapping niggas on that shit, boy.
And you were extra mad when you weren't.
Well, I was extra mad. I turned that shit clean off, boy.
I mean, you get a little tipsy, you start doing better. You know what happened.
So that happened, and I was like, for 2 straight years that happened. Then one day, Michael's, it was I ain't gonna say her name, who it was that took me to that point. And I was just like, yo, man, I'm tired of this shit, man. Like I'm at that depression state where I'm not working out. I'm getting fat. I don't really care about anything anymore. All I want to do is play MLB, 2K, and drink. So I went to Michael's, and she said something. I said, it's my 2 weeks. My 2 weeks, and for a year, and then it got worse because for a year and a half after, I didn't have a job. I had savings. I ran through my savings. Lost my apartment, ran through my savings, kept drinking. I kept drinking, and then it took me to move back to my parents' house to realize, yo, Dave, you going through depression. Like, this ain't no 1, 2 that this like 3 straight years. You in that bottle as like best friends. Like, anybody come on, y'all want to drink? I was like, I done finished half a bottle. What y'all trying to do? I'm trying to do.
Let's go to the bar, bro. I just threw a whole bottle of Florida Cognac back right now.
And then I noticed when I was drinking, I wasn't getting tipsy no more. I wasn't getting drunk no more. So I just kept, now I gotta smoke weed. So start smoking, and I was like, okay, this works. This is a little better. But then, that the alcohol is the worst addiction ever, man. I'm not saying I never did hard drugs like cocaine or crystal meth and none of that shit though, but alcohol is a hell of a drug, man, and that shit got me badly. So
it's the easiest one to get.
Exactly.
It's everywhere.
And that was my depression.
And if they don't card you, even your young ass can get one.
Exactly.
So yeah, depression could take you places, man. It definitely could take you places.
Yeah. But you have to. Sorry, go ahead.
Depression for me, it makes me feel like I've thought about it real hard earlier when I was writing my notes and stuff, and how it makes me feel. It makes me feel empty.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like worthless.
Numb.
I guess that's one way to say it, but I feel like I'm just like I'm a shell. I have a soul in me, but I'm hollow. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I get you.
Like I don't know how else to explain that right there.
No, you good. I seen Ghost in the Shell. I know you're talking about.
but yeah,
movie, but yeah,
it just makes you feel like waking up the next day, going to work and stuff, and you just like the body walking around. You're doing your routine like you're saying, and
you're on autopilot.
Mostly on autopilot. Yeah, exactly. You're just moving, and you're trying to find yourself, and it's hard to find yourself. You're like, how long am I going to be working here for?
Yep.
It's not an easy question to ask yourself, honestly.
It's not. And no matter how many times you job search, there ain't shit out there.
They're going to pay you what you at, and they're going to give you that satisfaction that, I know I got to deal with a lot of bullshit, but it's worse than go out there and getting a whole more bullshit from new people, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy. But if anybody out there is really going through what we're going through in terms of like depression and burnout and things like that, there are different hotlines for that. And they're available 365 days of the year, 24/7. One hotline out there is available right now is it's available for like suicidal, depression, burnout. I guess it's 1-800-662-4357. That's and it's the English and Spanish, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, if there's any vets out there too, don't forget to contact your VA. They will help you too.
Yeah, this is the SAMHSA National Helpline, and then whether they're gonna guide you the right way, they're gonna tell you you're gonna need a psychiatrist. You're gonna need somebody. They're gonna direct you the right way, a doctor, or maybe a doctor's another way too, because they check out your psyche and stuff and see where you're at mentally and stuff. They evaluate you. You need a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's one way to go about it. The vet line is another one. Mm-hmm. I don't really have the number here, but I guess we'll probably put it in social medias and stuff like that, so you guys could look it up on there. But definitely look for help. Yeah. So, on that note, suicide. Suicidal thoughts.
Suicidal thoughts, for me, like, I never experienced them. I'm not going to lie to myself, like, never. Like, killing myself never even crossed my mind. There's times that I wanted to just black out, like, get blackout drunk, so drunk that, you throw up that at one time, you just wake up in the morning, you in your own throw up and stuff like that. But, like, suicidal thoughts, I never experienced those, and I'm not saying I'm strong-minded or stuff like that, because some people are strong-minded and still kill themselves. Mm-hmm. And for anyone who's going through suicidal thoughts at this moment, who's going to listen to this podcast, like, it's not worth it, because sometimes it's not, you think it's truly about you, but after you pass from this earth and you have family, that's who it really affects, because now they're like, I maybe if I took a little more time to talk to them, hang out with them, answer his phone call, answer his text. Yeah, he or she might be annoying as hell, but if I took that time, I could have helped them. So, and I don't want people that lost people to feel like that, because it's survivor's guilt. in some sort of way. But at the end of the day, we're gonna all leave this earth one day. Whether it's through suicide, whether it's at a red light, whether it's through a drive-by when you're just trying to holler at a chick, whatever it is, like, you have to really just sit down and tell yourself it's never worth taking your own life. And for those who have, RIP. For those who's thinking about it, just please don't. Like he said, call one of the hotlines, and sorry, I don't know what you're going through, but it's not worth it.
100% it's not worth it. There's a lot more to live for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely can't say I've not been one of them to think about it because like I said, I've gone through some lows where it's like I overthink things sometimes, and like, have I gone to the point where it's like I'll do it? No, but has it gone to the point where I've overcame it? Yeah. Another point that just came to my head right now. I actually have a journal at home that I write. I think I have like several weeks in there, writing out day by day how I feel and stuff, and it's a journal, how I'm thinking at the time, and I could just write and write and write, and I have pages front and back before going to the next page, and I'll add the date on there.
Heard that.
And I'll just write how I feel.
Gotcha.
I mean, my lowest point was honestly when I was enlisted. Like, I had good times, but there were days, like I said, that I felt like I was at rock bottom, I know the sources where they were talked to, they always had these little huddles, meetings, whatever you want to call it, that your superiors are there for you. Don't be afraid to talk to them and stuff. But it's something that, not everybody is, I guess, strong to approach somebody. Like, you can't really go up to somebody immediately and just like, hey, I think about killing myself, because you don't know how they're gonna react. You don't know if they're gonna look at you like a crazy person, or you don't know if they're gonna hug you or try to take care of you. You don't know how they're gonna react. It's a scary thing in itself when you want to approach somebody. But you got to do it. You got to just suck it up and just talk to somebody.
And it's tough.
It is tough.
It's tough.
You can't open up to somebody and say like, hey, I'm honestly thinking about killing myself. We joke around like, oh, I'm gonna fucking drink bleach or some shit. No, this is like serious shit. You want to talk to somebody like, hey, I'm really going through it. I don't want to wake up tomorrow. There's people like that. And you got to talk to somebody. What is it? My Gunny, he was in charge. Gunny Estes, you were the best. Miss you. Before I left, there was a meeting for suicide, that they do before we end the day or the weekend. And he said that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Just take that in mind. Whatever's going on will pass.
That's one way to think about it.
But it's just that's absolutely true. I like that. It is a permanent solution. It's permanent. You ain't come back from that.
There's no
reason. You ain't come back from that.
That's one mistake you can't raise.
Yeah, people do die when they're doing surgeries, getting out the gunshot. They do die on the table, but they get brought back because they have the best physicians at these hospitals. But if you like, some people don't get found for days, weeks. And if someone imagine you go to your family house, just go. I'm gonna check on them. Like, I ain't seen him in a couple of days. Knock on the door, he not answering. And you're like, I got a key, whatever. You smell something, you're like, whatever. You never smelled a dead body before. You don't know what that smell is. It's just small as fuck, but you never smell it. You walk in, you open the door, you see a dead body. That's your brother or your mom, your dad. And I was like, okay. And you thinking, okay, natural causes, whatever. Then the coroner said, it's suicide. He killed himself. He OD'd on pills. He slit his wrist or shot himself in the head, which is that's most cases now. Everyone is shooting themselves now. Or shooting themselves, killing them families, and taking their own lives. That's the crazy shit going on nowadays.
Yeah.
Because we're getting too attached to someone else. That's another thing. When you put all your expectations on other people. And I tell everybody, everyone's going to let you down because no one is perfect. It's not that people are going to intentionally do it, which some people do that. But everyone's going to let you down.
Yeah, just to put anybody on a pedestal.
Not to go into this, but look at the Spider-Man movie with Mary Jane. What was her quote that she kept mentioning throughout the film?
Expect the worst outcome?
Expect the worst out of everything, and you will never be disappointed.
Yeah.
Expect disappointment, and you'll never be disappointed. That's not a bad way to look at it, but when you have the upside to look at something, look at the upside of things. You can't be all the negative. You can't be in the negative outlook all the time. It ruins you.
It does.
It 100% ruins you. It ruins your mood. It ruins your day. It ruins everything.
Turns you
makes you sour, and it makes you, and you get that energy, and and it's depending on the person you are, you could focus the energy on somebody else that wasn't their fault, and now you're directing that energy at that person, and that person how is he gonna feel or she's gonna feel?
That's true.
It's terrible. But
Like they said, I got a quote right here where it says, life is like a car. If you keep going in reverse, you won't get to your destination. But if you speed up and don't take the time to enjoy your surroundings, you might get lost. You know, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people always are in reverse, you know, because they're like, oh, I was happy 5 years ago. I want to get back to that. But they're never focused on the it's not the rearview mirror is the back window. It's a big mirror.
oh
No.
Windshield.
The windshield. No one focused to the windshield. Cause like people say, it's a meme on Instagram where they be like, oh, your best life, you live your best years. And you see the black kid crying, these are my best years, you know, like that meme. And it's like, you don't know what your best years are. Cause like they say, you could be broke today, when the Powerball tomorrow, you good. You know? So that's why I always tell people, like, yo, stop. But it sucks because social media puts everything on a pedestal. It's like, oh shit, he's rich. Oh, he got 100 girlfriends. Oh, he's smashing everybody. He got money. He's doing this. And you look at your life like, I go to work. I go to work. Yeah. You know, I got to deal with this chick today. You know, I like her, but she like whatever. You know, and like, but you used to it. She was like, oh, whatever. And I hate when people are like, I would never get there. I hate that. Like, I hate self-doubt, and we do it to ourselves more than anybody. You know, like you were talking about earlier, it sucks for me when I'm next to people. Like I be like sitting there like, bruh, man. But like when we talk about homeboys to work at Amara, that quit, the wrestler dude. And that dude like dude, you like 20. Like dude, what are you talking about? I'm old as shit.
Got a decade on you.
Like a decade on you. So I'm like what? Like, bro, you got your you haven't hit your prime yet, bro.
You don't know how much shit I've gone through, how much like depression I've overcame and shit like that. Like, I don't have to vocalize or show you actions, dude. I've had my own battles I fucking won, and you don't see me crying about it in a fucking microphone so everybody can hear it.
Exactly.
You know, but I mean, everybody handles it their own way. Like, you know, I said, I have my own ways of handling it. Everybody has their own ways of handling it. If you obviously feel like you can't handle it and you can't bottle it up like everybody else, I guess express it, because that way everybody now knows you have a problem and we can attend to it.
Facts.
So I mean, to each their own, you know. Now everybody knows how to handle it, and that's a different generation. That's the same generation we was talking about.
Yeah, Gen 1 of the ABCs. And another thing, I like to tell people, if you're trying to help somebody, understand this: people are not gonna receive help or ask for help until they're ready. So you might be you forcing them, X amount of your life, you calling them a bad person. Don't do stuff like that, man. Because we all make mistakes, you know. And if we can't say, oh, yo, I've been there, I know what you're going through, just keep doing that. You know, keep talking to them, checking on them, but don't force nobody to get help. Don't force nobody in rehab, because you're going to drive them to an even worse place.
Yeah.
Because they're thinking now, oh, now he's against me. He's trying to send me to rehab.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they're on drugs, trust me, that's the worst you could do. Because now they're not even in control of their own mind.
What is that, a relapse?
Yeah, relapse, yeah. So, yeah.
And they go clean and then they end up going back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, David. Where can they find us?
I'm back. I told you I'm back. They don't believe me. I'm back, man.
Before he tells you where to find us, ladies and gentlemen, we do giggle and laugh a lot, but this is a real serious topic. We want you to know it. You know, look at the best. We gotta look at the best of everything. I'm definitely one. I've been through the lowest, through the best of times. You know, I go through all of it. So I mean, we always try to make the best out of everything. So if we giggle and stuff, don't think we're laughing at you necessarily or anybody. It's just who we are. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to us, you kind of already know who we are.
Facts.
What episode is this already?
Episode 56.
God damn.
And I'm back.
16, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
lost count. The gym girl was
16.
passing by.
So David, what can they
Oh,
find
they can
us?
find us. You know, you can find us on Spotify, video content on YouTube. I heard them talk about this new thing we're on.
Oh,
Diesel.
we've been on there.
been
We just don't talk about it. We talk about the main ones. Although I do show it a lot on social media where you can find us. Like at least 15 of them, 16 of them on there. I put every week.
Just know we on Diesel, dog.
We're on Deezer, dog.
Deezer, we go on Deezer.
You can find Eric Jr. on Deezer too. If you do listen to Deezer, hit us up.
She had me die while I listen to that shit. Like, we on Deezer.
We're on Deezer. I'll show it to you later.
That shit don't sound right.
Dude.
Deezer. But anyways, ladies, aside from Deezer, it'll be crazy. That shit crazy. Anyways, we're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We encourage Spotify the most, being that we're AnchorFM.
Facts.
But if you choose to listen to us on any other platform, it's totally okay too, man. It's all fine.
To all our overseas listeners, Canada, Europe,
Germany,
Iraq, India. We're
real thankful.
Yeah, real thank you, man. Get your boys on it, your girls, your babies, nursery rhymes, whatever y'all want to do, though. We on there.
And even if you don't like listen to the podcast, I think there's a real good episode to like at least show it to people, so that way they can receive that help if you feel like they need it. And who knows, we might have an audience of our own if they like the podcast. But either way, if they like it or not, this is a real good message to send out to everybody. So go ahead, just share the episode.
Facts, man.
I know somebody on this episode that's not on it, that we didn't have on it, but I would love to know his opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's our production manager.
My dog Lou Deezer.
Oh, man.
Come on, Lou, give us something, dog. Tell us how you feel, man.
Besides fixing the lights, how do you feel?
Come on, Lou. Come on, Lou.
Well, you can take my seat on the mic. Get on the mic. It's all good. Come on.
With the camel.
Come on, let's go. Come on, dog.
Look at that. The camel beats and all. What's up?
Camel beats and all, ladies and gentlemen. You gonna sit down?
I look so scruffy too. My goodness. Y'all need me here.
Make it seem like we're Vin Diesel here or something.
What's up, Lou?
What's up? Hello, everybody.
Tell us something. Tell us how. Tell the people. You go through it. I know you go through it.
Yeah,
We know you go through it. But obviously, I ain't trying to put your business out there.
Nah, you good? Yeah.
But tell the raw, because so you could be helping somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I go through my own struggles and my own personal battles. It's all really a mental thing. It's just a personal battle with self-doubt and bringing yourself down, thinking you're not good enough for such, and feeling like you're giving it your all and you still see failure type shit. It's like, fuck it, dog. Keep going, man. One day it's going to pay off, and looking down upon yourself ain't really good, because somebody may think you're a great person, and then you're over here like, oh, fuck. I hate my life. It's like, no, somebody out there loves you and people care about you. Just, put a smile on and keep about your day.
That's one way of thinking about everybody.
Simple.
That's one way.
That's the way I've been looking at it lately, and I've been, feeling happier, honestly. I've been, shit.
I mean, I've been telling you since day one.
Yes, you have, yeah.
What about, what do you have for depression and stuff? Anything for depression out there for everybody?
For depression, oh my goodness. I mean, I was smoking, so, smoking weed helped a whole lot. It gave me a more positive aspect around things. It actually helped, slow down my mind. Because I'm always thinking. I don't stop.
Oh, okay, so you're in your zone.
So it kind of just helped me slow down and just appreciate what's around me, the people that are in my life. And
I get you.
What I've accomplished, even this, I graduated high school. I didn't go to college and stuff like that, So I'm like, okay, I'm happy for what I've done so far, and I'm keep pushing to get.
You're happy for whatever accomplishments you accomplished so far.
Yeah, exactly.
But
even if it wasn't much.
You just became 30. You have a lot more years in you.
Yeah.
Many more years in you. I mean,
my body feels so old too, man.
Everybody goes through their own stuff their own way.
Exactly.
Regardless if you feel like the past 12 years from 18 to 30.
Exactly.
Which the reason I'm highlighting 18 because that's when you're outside of school.
Exactly. Yeah.
From 18 to 30, that's 12 years. The fact that you feel you haven't accomplished much doesn't mean your life is over.
Exactly.
Your life has just begun.
Mm-hmm.
The book is. You haven't gone to chapter 2, to be honest.
Not at all.
Yeah, how many greats have we seen that start late in life?
Exactly.
Not everybody's gonna start right after high school. They're gonna blow up or something.
Yeah. Not everybody's born talented. Some people put in the hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kobe Bryant, freaking GOAT. The man worked hard.
You think he doesn't? You think he didn't go through depression and stuff?
Of course he did.
Burnout,
yes.
Playing basketball every day to the point that he didn't want to play basketball anymore.
Exactly.
I bet he did.
Of course, that's why he worked so hard. That way, that's that battle.
Other than depression, burnout, and I guess suicide, what are thoughts go into that?
That's going to. I mean,
anger is one of them. I mean,
yeah.
Anger.
Shit, you've seen it with me.
You got a lot of self-anger.
Yeah.
Self-anger, it's anger. You don't take it on anybody. You just beat yourself up, not physically.
Mentally.
Mentally, you just take it out on yourself. Like, oh, you piece of shit. All this other stuff.
Like piece of shit, do better.
You become lazy, super lazy.
Become lazy, from time to time. But it's also a mental battle. So
yeah,
you feel like, damn, I still gotta do this shit.
Yeah.
Let me get this.
Yeah,
Let me get this. I'm gonna get here. You know?
Yeah, anxiety make
Yes.
make yourself
Another
super
one.
anxious at a lot of things. Like,
You know what I actually do for
That's
anxiety
actually a
that I read
problem.
online? For anxiety,
Yeah.
I read online if you like eat something like very bitter or sour, it takes you away from it. And I actually felt some of that today.
Oh yeah.
And I squeezed like about a couple lemon juice, and I put like a little drop of tea in there just to like siphon out the bitterness a little bit because it's too strong. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, for
I'm not just gonna chuck down a cup of lemon juice.
Yeah.
But I thought about it at that very moment. That was my first time trying it, and like because I had got a text message from my parents and stuff,
Yeah.
and that kind of threw me off my game like 100%.
is that like a reset in the head?
But I tell you this much: after like 10 minutes, or so,
Yeah.
maybe even 5 minutes, I wasn't keeping track. But I was good. I was like back to normal.
You don't got that sour candy?
Nah, I don't. I was thinking about it, but
suck.
I don't.
Oh, where is it?
I left it at work so they could just clown with that shit.
What is it called so they could get it on Amazon?
That shit
I'm
bad.
thinking about it some other time.
That shit
Put the link.
anxiety for the year.
I mean, it helped me though.
No, yeah, for sure.
The sourness and stuff that I was
Yeah.
thinking about. You know what can I do at the moment? And you know, I was really feeling it already. I was in the slumps. I was like great. Then next, 10 minutes before the day actually started,
Yeah.
like I got a text message. It threw me off. It threw me off completely.
It
Broke
could be
all
that
my
too.
ankles. Broke
It could
all
be
my
that
ankles.
too. That this is something out of nowhere, but you have to like persevere
Yeah,
and
dude.
just keep pushing.
It's crazy.
Fuck, stiff arm that hoe out the face. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers stiffed on me first.
Oh, you got to get them back.
You gotta win the day from when you waking up. Like
Yeah.
people say, a lot of people when they get up, they get on their phones.
Yep.
You know, and that's depressing because if the first thing you grab is your phone, you wake up, you should really look at yourself in the mirror.
Exactly.
You know, I understand you grabbing it to be like, oh, if you're grabbing it to be like, oh, sorry, I don't want to back. Type in, dog.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're going through a transition phase. Don't mind the audio.
what you doing?
Sorry, first time ever. Happens.
You know, like I know, like if you're not checking your phone to check on your family members and stuff like that, to text your mom or somebody good morning, or hope you have a lovely day and stuff like that, something wrong. Like if you go on social media as soon as you get up in the morning, something wrong with you.
Damn, you trying to say something wrong with me?
No. We know something wrong with you. It's all good. It's no, I love you. You know, so that's my whole thing, man. Like, get up in the morning, do some push-ups. Like I said, get the blood running, hit some push, some sit-ups. You know, start taking cold showers. You know, a lot of people don't. I take my shit be like 100 degrees, and I ain't gonna lie to myself. That thing be
That shit
steamy.
feels great.
He ain't trying to be hypocrite, ladies and gentlemen. He's just telling you facts
I'm just telling you
that you could find on yourself.
Like, but cold showers do wake you up and stuff like that, and just get your mind off that stuff, man. Like, you have to tell yourself, like G shit. Like, I told myself this a few times. Like, when I was going through, I was like, yo, Dave, you having a bad day? I told myself, no, man, fuck that, man. You having no bad day. Stop thinking like that. Get up and win the day, and it worked. You know, it didn't work every single day, because some days, you know, that liquor was right there. I'm just, you know, we good. You know, but like G shit, like my co-host Christian always said, yeah, we joke around a lot, but like I've been through this, you know, and it's not a joke. I have friends that's been through worse. I had a friend that used to ride the bus with me when I have a car, and legitly, we going to work. It's 9 a.m. My dog's drinking already.
Jeez.
Like, I mean, drinking. I'm talking about like, he drinking. He got a bottle of water, Zephyr Hills. I remember Zephyr Hills bottle with vodka in it, and he's in the back just.
High quality H2O.
I call it a joke. And at work, and he literally will put the thing in the cooler at work and go in there, go to the back room, just take some swips. And I just look at him like, all right, bro. Like, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You grown, you older than me. You know, so it's stuff like that, you know. But don't be scared to call your friends out. Especially if they're your true friends. Don't be scared to call your friends out. Yeah, so.
No, you're good. You're good. Hey, you never know for what type of like example they're gonna grab from this or anybody else's, and that's the one they feel the most. Somebody could be going through the same thing that you just explained right now, and they're like, "Damn, how the fuck do I handle this and stuff?" You know, they have no way of handling it, and now you just explained how to handle it. You just never know,
Facts, man.
and it could be anybody's story right now. You know, it could be weird as fuck.
Yep.
Think you're the only one out there. You're not the only one.
That's true.
You're not alone, ladies and gentlemen.
Feels like it, but you're not.
Yeah.
Feels like it, but you're not. Exactly. We're lucky to have people that we know for so long. That's why I tell you about all the time. Be grateful that you know people so long, because, like, it's great to be alone, and sometimes you do want to be alone, but then when you're actually alone, you're just like, unless it's the best of all worlds, you're just like, damn, man, I just want to talk to somebody sometimes.
Yep.
Like, texting does only so much.
Yeah.
And then you just actually want to spend some time with somebody, like watch a game with them or something.
Exactly.
Even if it's drinking something, regardless if it's a liquor or not, you just want to hang out with that person because you need that time. You don't have to live with that person or be with that person or anything like that, but sometimes you need some time with people, dude.
There you are.
Social, you need that social experience.
And if you see someone like you don't know, like a perfect stranger, and it's hard because I don't like people at all, and I am real on stranger danger. I'm a real advocate of stranger danger. But you know, there's times that even when I was in high school and middle school, when you see that lonely kid in the lunch table, no one's talking to him. You know, I'll go over there and be like, "Yo, what's up?" You know, I was never that kid to go try him like, "What's up? You want to hang out?" Like, because I don't know what he's going through at home, and some of them kids could like going through way more than you think in their heads.
Yeah,
you know. And you can avoid a lot of school shootings, you know, by doing that, you know. And when the first school shooting I ever seen, I'm sorry, I don't want to bring it up with Degrassi, when Drake got dropped by one of his
I'll be real. I know about the show, but I didn't see it.
You see when Drake got dropped?
I don't even know.
Well, not
that
Drake,
from the
my dog
memes.
Jimmy. My boy was Jimmy in the show. Jimmy in the show.
The wheelchair?
The wheelchair Jimmy. That's who he was before he became Drake. You know, shout out to my dog. But no, like, for real, man, 'cause it's getting to the point where it's way too many school shootings. Like, you can't even send your own 9-year-old to school or high school 14, 15-year-old to school. Like, come on now. That's ridiculous.
Can't even go to a church.
Exactly.
Remember that one?
Mm-hmm. Like, come on, guys. The shooting in Brickell City Center this past weekend. You know?
Not needed.
Wait, was
Like,
it?
Not needed.
Well, there was one in Doral too.
Well, Doral. No, it was Doral. My bad.
Yeah, I just
Apologies.
saw the bullet shots being put up as evidence.
Not needed, ladies.
I'm
and gentlemen.
like, it's a whole bunch of females and 2 dudes about to scrap. You know, your girlfriend sitting there. Your first priority is to get your wife or your girl out of there. You want to fight, dude. But you know, now she all riled up. They throwing bottles and all that stuff. He pulled out a gun. Okay, guy ain't hit nobody. He ain't hit nobody.
Yeah, you just fired out the air.
Exactly, you know. But like, come on, it's not worth it. Now he finna go to jail for life. For what? An altercation? Come on, guys, it's not worth it nowadays.
worth it.
And come on, 6 feet, man. Come on, COVID out here, man.
Well, it's been a good 57, 58 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
We're getting to the fourth quarter of the podcast. David's here.
I'm back.
He's back. If he hasn't mentioned
back.
already,
I'm off my 10-day suspension. I'm back.
we hit some good points right now earlier, and I definitely just gonna pass the mic on to us so you can end the show because we're to the point where short and sweet, and we don't want to drag this any longer.
Thanks, man. You know, you all want to thank Computer Guy for coming through, man. Always a pleasure.
Always nice coming.
You know, my co-host Christian, you know, he brought me back. You know, was texting me. He bought me soup.
Monster Reborn.
You know, Monster Reborn. My dog's an amazing chef, cook. If you need him, he's not gonna work for you, but he makes amazing food,
Oh, that's
though.
tortilla soup?
Huh? Dude, bro,
Oh, bro.
that next level.
I was crying when I saw it in the sink. Man. Where'd it go?
And before he gets to his final line, ladies and gentlemen, I would say again, if you're experiencing any kind of severity between, I guess you could say burnout, depression, or even like any suicidal thoughts and stuff, the number is 1-800-662-4357. You can definitely contact them 365 days of the year, 24/7, English and Spanish. And if they don't have the languages you find, just keep talking on there until they figure it out, and they'll transfer you to somebody.
Surely will.
David?
And also, you know, you can find us this weekend at SneakerCon. We will be out there. Red Hoods Kicks will be in the building, vlogging, all that. But, you know, like, on that note, just know someone is out there for you, and they could be a perfect stranger. So don't be scared to reach out for help. Don't be nervous, you know.
Bullshit, but we love you guys.
Exactly. Take your time and just know we are the squad. We out this bitch.